I am a little bit excited because today I am going to share with you my very aptly, very possibly lazily named Scale of Readiness. Now, I don't spend a lot of time, I'm a bit of a fast processor on naming my teaching frameworks, so we're just going to go with this, and it is the Scale of Readiness. So basically the way it works is, I'm just going to chuck a little scale up here, and there's a few points on that scale. So, Scale of Readiness. So this comes into when I teach people who their ideal client is. I use the Scale of Readiness to explain how deep you have to go with your avatar work. So when I talk about the one-to-one-to-one rule or the fact that you're targeting one individual, not a target market or a target segment, the way I explain that is by referring back to this. So it kind of occurred to me after a bit, quite a long time working in marketing actually, that most of the models that you're taught in the digital marketing land is the Ascension Model. So start down here, give them something free, something to kind of know, like, and trust you. Then as you build trust with them, get on to kind of the next point where they kind of add a 4 and they might just start to kind of invest in some of your stuff and give you your name and email address and phone number, maybe spend a little bit of small amount of money with you. And then, we're getting them to the point where they might actually spend a higher value with you, basically. A lot of my teaching and coaching goes in at a much higher end, where we're really looking at people that are ready to convert right now for a high value item. But this scale works really for either situation. So I think that in here, people are problem aware. So they have been searching around the internet, and as we know, with artificial intelligence, we're being tracked with everything that we do. We know people's shopping habits, what they might be thinking or feeling at any given time, really, thanks to Google and Facebook. So with all that data collection, we have a pretty good idea that someone has a problem and that they're looking for a solution to that. In that section, my guess is that their behaviour on the internet is going to be going and reading people's blogs or having gone and searched on some specific websites that might have in the past solved that problem, so Huffington Post and things like that. Or, they're going off and kind of searching on a few different shoe websites if it's a shoe problem, whatever it is. Here, they are problem aware. Between 4 to 7 out of 10, I reckon that they're starting to get to an idea that you might be the solution. So they've searched around or they've had stuff positioned to them in their news feeds, in social media, Google AdWords, that sort of thing. And they're starting to go, I now understand that Kath Clarke actually might be able to help me solve my lead problem. So they're more likely to trust you to give you their name, email address and phone number. So that's called an opt-in, or in my case, a very good lead if if they include their phone number. So in this phase here, they might be solution aware and they're ready to invest something in you being the solution, but they're not 100% convinced just yet. We want to focus any conversion event that we put in front of them, such as a sales call, a webinar, an event, or anything like that. The opportunity for them to purchase from you basically is going to fall here between 7 to 10 out of 10, and that's kind of ready to buy. When I'm talking about your one-to-one-to-one or who we're actually targeting, this is the area that I'm talking about. So often I'll say to people, so what happened in that person's life at 6.9? What was going on when they were at 6.9? What tipped them over the edge and made them ready to buy? And that's when you have real clarity on who your avatar is and who you are serving and what solution they actually want from you, is when you are considering what happened at 6.9. So that's my Scale of Readiness. It's, like I say, a pretty practically named little framework there, but gives you a really good idea of what's kind of very simply going through people's processing when they're looking for a solution to their problem, and then how you can more specifically target them. I hope that's been super helpful for you in your marketing, and hopefully we might get to chat to each other soon. See you.